How difficult would it be to finish the entire game using demons only? Let's find out. And I don't mean the entire demon spec, I mean the demons themselves. The rules for this challenge are very simple. The only source of damage is from my demons' auto attacks, nothing else. No defilers and tainted. I want to use only goatmen and a bound demon. And I can't use a mercenary. I want to see what my demons can do by themselves. First of all, I need to be level 2 to put a skill point in goatmen. And now that I'm level 2, I can't do any more damage for the rest of the run. It's taking quite long to finish the Den of Evil because I only have one goatman, but as soon as I reach 10 points in demonic mastery, I'll be able to have a second goatman. So reaching 10 points in demonic mastery is my priority for now. The Den of Evil took about 10 minutes to clear, which is probably the longest it took in my whole life. Then I went to get the scroll of Inifis and it took very long for my goatman to kill the brutes. And Griswold took even longer. The run will get much more fun very soon, but for now watching a single goatman was taking a lot of patience. But ultimately, we did it. And then we saved the old man Deckard Cain from his captivity. Then right after this fight I went to Akara to buy a dagger and I found one giving 3 to demonic mastery. I'm 9 points into it now, so I can have a second goatman very soon. And here it is, on my way to the Countess, level 10. 2 goatmen now. And unfortunately the Countess didn't drop a single rune on the first run, so I will have to come back later. And then I ran straight to Andy, and even though I'm only level 11, we beat her without much issue. I had to res my goatmen about 100 times, but that's it. They still managed to defeat her. Unfortunately, no drops. Then I went to Radamant to get my free skill point, and we got him without difficulty. And while my demons were fighting everything in the Halls of the Dead, I got the cube. Now it's time to go back to the Countess. The only runes I need for now are Tal and Eth to make the stealth rune word. The 25 faster run walk will make all of this much faster. So I farmed the Countess and players 8 to get some more XP, and on the first run she dropped an Eth rune. I'm already halfway there. Then it took about 25 more minutes, but we got it. Tal rune. Finally. I immediately went to Farah and bought a breastplate with 2 open sockets. And here it is. Tal Eth Stealth. This is an amazing rune word, but I will change it very soon for something much better. I went to get the Staff of Kings and then went straight for the amulet. Thankfully, the summoner was in the very first path that I chose, and he got literally one-shotted by my goatman. But Duriel was another story. The entire fight went like this. Summon my goatman, they get destroyed, summon my goatman again, and they get destroyed again. And repeat. Thankfully, the goatmen have chances of crushing blow that can be improved with the Deathmark synergy, but right now it's still only at the minimum of 5%. Unfortunately, Duriel didn't drop anything. Then for the first time of my life, the longest part in Act 3 was not to find the organs, but to actually fight to clear my way to them. I found the spider cavern in about 2 minutes, but it took 5 minutes inside to clear my way to get the eye. But on my way to get the brain in the Flayer dungeon, I dinged 21, and I finally put the last point in demonic mastery, so I have 3 goatmen now. And from this moment, almost all my points will go in goatmen, so they will become much stronger very fast. Thankfully, the path to Kalim's art was very simple. And then I really didn't know what to expect from the councils and Travs, so I rushed inside and tried to fight them all there. But my goatmen are still very weak and they were getting absolutely destroyed by the councils. Even if I resummon them, they can't live long enough to do any damage. There's no way I defeat the councils like this. I ran away to separate them and it was much easier this way. I got the flail, destroyed the orb, and finished the rest of the councils. Then my little demons and myself ran straight to Mephisto. And as you can probably expect, I had to resummon my demons several dozens of times. Mephisto was very tanky, but 5 minutes after we started the fight, we got him. But unfortunately, no loots. Then I went directly to Israel to get my 2 free skill points. We cleared all the monsters around him, and then this fight took even longer than Mephisto. But since I'm now putting all my skill points in Goatman, they will become much stronger very quickly. Now I decided to farm Mephisto for 1 hour to see what I could find. And after a few runs, Mephisto dropped a very good set tower shield. Saigon Shield. This gives 1 to all skill, which is a very nice upgrade. Then on the following run, Mephisto dropped 2 pairs of boots. The rare boost gives 20 faster run walk with some resist and magic find. And the unique boots are Threads of Cton, or Stun. If you know how to pronounce this, please let me know in the comments. It gives 30 faster run walk with no resist and no magic find, so I will use the rare boots for now. Then I went straight to the Hellforge in Act 4, we killed the Fasto, took his hammer, and I destroyed the Mephisto Soulstone. The highest rune that can drop from normal Hellforge is an Am rune, so I pretty much only do it for the gems. I got an Eth rune with some gems worth 35,000 gold. And then, Diablo. And as you might expect, nothing was too challenging. I just had to stand back and resummon my Goatman over and over until the fight was finished, and unfortunately, no drops. Then I ran straight to Shank for the socket quest, and even though he was a little bit tanky, my Goatman killed him without any issue. And then we didn't waste a single second and went directly to save Anya. I took the scroll of resist from Mala, and even though I don't really need resist for now, they're quite good. I planned to wait until I was level 30 to do the enchants to be able to bind the demon, but I changed my mind and gave it a shot at 28. And it was not much of a challenge. Madoc came alone and my Goatman destroyed him. Then they tanked both Korlik and Talik at the same time without any problem. Korlik went down in about a minute and then Talik couldn't do anything. Then I grinded Pindle Skin until I got the Bind Demon skill, and it took me about 15 minutes, but I finally found Nephasto with the Fanaticism aura. That's the best aura for this build because it increases the attack speed, attack rating, and damage of all my demons. Then I went straight to Baal's throne. The minion waves were very simple, except the last one. My demons are still very weak, but after summoning them dozens of times, we finally got them. And now it's Baal's turn. It was a very simple fight. He did barely any damage to my demons, so I just had to stand back and wait. It took a while, but we did it. Normal difficulty is over, and usually the runs start to get much harder from this point, but now it's the opposite. My demons will start to destroy everything faster and faster. And by the way, if you like videos like this, please click on the subscribe button. I have a lot more fun and challenging videos coming very soon, and only about 8% of my viewers are subscribed to my channel. It would be amazing to reach 10%. Thank you so much for your support. Then I cleared the Den of Evil pretty quick, but had a problem with my recording software, so I don't have any footage. Then I went straight to the Countess to farm some runes for the Authority, Lore, and Spirit rune words. I need a Hell rune that has a drop rate of about 5%, and 2 Ort runes that have a drop rate of about 25%. On the second run, she already dropped an Ort rune. That's a very nice start. Then on the very next run, she dropped the Hell rune. 2 runes that I need in the 3 first runs. That's amazing. And then it took 20 more minutes to find the second Ort rune. But now, I have all of them. I went straight to Farah in normal difficulty and bought the first armor with 3 open sockets that I could find. And here it is. Hell rune, Child rune, Ral rune. Authority. 2 to Warlock skills is a very big upgrade. And then I used my own helm with 2 open sockets to make Lore. And here it is. Ort rune, Soul rune, Lore. 1 to all skills. So in a matter of minutes, all my skills have been upgraded by 3 points. My demons are now a lot stronger than they were a few minutes ago. I still don't have a base for Spirit, but I will probably find one eventually. Then I went directly to Andoriel, and from this point I'm starting to use the Engorge skill, which heals my demons and gives them a buff of attack speed and lifesteal for a few seconds. So from now on, my demons are pretty much invincible. We killed her, and unfortunately, she didn't drop anything. Shortly after, I went straight to Radamant, and it was quite easy. Then I took the staff, made my way to the amulet, and went directly to Doriel. And yes, he was quite simple. Very tanky, but not a challenge at all. And he dropped a unique ring. What is it going to be? Well, only a Mainold. And then I went directly to get Kalim's organs, and right after I got the eye, a spider dropped a Ko rune. It's a very nice find, but for now I don't need it for anything. Then I made my way to the brain and to the heart, and as expected, the councils were quite easy. They didn't even manage to do any damage to my demons. And now, Mephisto. It was a pretty long fight in normal difficulty, but now things are different. My demons are absolutely destroying Mephisto. At this point I don't need to grind at all, so I'm going straight to Iswol. We cleared all the monsters around him, and after that, he didn't stand a chance. Then we defeated Nephasto without any problem, took his hammer, and destroyed Mephisto's soulstone. The highest rune we can get on Nightmare difficulty is an rune, and we got rune. Nice! There's nothing I can use it on for now, but I might use it later. Then I went straight to the Chaos Sanctuary, popped all the seals, and faced Diablo. Again, all I had to do was stand back and wait. And this time, my demons killed Diablo in less than a minute, and he dropped a unique battle sight. Athena's Wrath. I can't use it, but it would be amazing to find this on a Druid challenge run. Then I went directly to Shank for the socket quest, and I used my Deathmark ability to teleport my demons to him, and they killed him in less than 2 seconds. Then we saved Anya, and I took the scroll of resist from Mala. My resists are terrible, but hey, it's still going very well. My demons are so strong now that even against a champion pack and 2 unique packs, they destroy everything. It started very slowly in the normal difficulty, but my demons became exponentially stronger in Nightmare. and it's not going to stop. They will be even stronger in the hell difficulty. And even the physical immunes are not a problem because Sigil Lethargy break them, so nothing can stand in my way. Then, the enchants. I thought they might be a problem, but no, not at all. I wanted to separate them at first but quickly realized that they couldn't do anything to my demons. My demons could just tank them without taking any damage. So we focused on Madoc and he died in about 25 seconds. Then we switched to Korlik and about a minute later, he died. Then Talik had stone skin and was immune to physical, but he couldn't do any damage and died in about 5 minutes. Then the first 4 Baal waves were very simple, but the minions of destruction were actually a challenge for my demons. They killed my goatmen several times, but we managed to get them. And then, Baal. He was not able to damage my minions at all. He just teleported around a little bit, but he died within a minute, and he dropped some very good unique light gauntlets. Mage Fist. Unfortunately, I don't need them for this build. And just like that, at level 52, Nightmare difficulty is over. I grinded Pidnal Skin until level 61, but I didn't find anything. And when I entered the Hell difficulty, I noticed that the damage on my Goatmen seemed incorrect. It was way too high compared to before. The damage right now is in the Hell difficulty, 1700 to about 2000 with 3.9 thousand life. And this is Nightmare, 469 to 591 with 2.5 thousand life. In Hell, my minions do 3.5 times more damage than in Nightmare and have about 50% more life. This amount of scaling seems absolutely crazy to me. I went in the Den of Evil and cleared the entire place in about 2 minutes. Ironically, it was 5 times faster to clear it in Hell than it was in normal difficulty. Then I made my way straight to Andariel, and she couldn't do anything against my demons. Unfortunately, no drops. I decided to farm her a little bit to get some upgrades. On run number 5, Andariel didn't drop anything herself, but a monster in the room dropped a bastard sword, and it has 4 sockets. I've never seen a spirit in a 200 sword before, but I decided to give it a shot to see if it would work. So here it is. Tal, Tul, Ort, Am. Spirit. It works. And since I'm a warlock, I can use it in one hand. That's amazing. And with this upgrade, I stopped farming Endy and just ran straight to the end of the game. I killed Radamant, which took quite a long time because he had stone skin, but I got my free skill point. Then I went in the Maggot lair, and this is pretty much the only problem with this build. It takes forever to clear monsters when we are in a narrow path. It took 55 minutes of running around and fighting one at a time in the Maggot lair to find the staff. But after what seemed like an eternity, we got it. Then we got the amulet without any issue. And thankfully, the summoner was on the first path and my demons destroyed him. And now, Duriel. Even though he's generally quite challenging in Hell, now he was not a threat at all and died under 30 seconds. As usual, I don't want to waste any time in Act 3, so I went directly to get the eye. And on my way to the brain, a unique monster in the Spider Forest dropped a very nice amulet, giving 1 to Warlock skills. I'm using a Magic Find amulet now, so that's a very nice upgrade. Then it took about 30 minutes of running around the forest, but I finally made my way to the brain. And thankfully, the path to the heart was quite simple. Then the councils and travs were already separated at the front, so we killed one, I took the flail, we killed the rest, and I destroyed the orb. And surprise, surprise, like everything else in the Hell difficulty until now, Mephisto was not very difficult. My minions just tanked him and killed him in less than 30 seconds. Then I killed his wall but forgot to click on the record button on OBS, so I went back and did it a second time to show you how weak he is against my demons. He's generally very tanky and long to kill, but now he's not a challenge at all. Then I went straight to Hephasto, and with my very strong demons, I was feeling a little bit overconfident. Hephasto came to me and pretty much deleted me from this world, and unfortunately I lost my Hephasto with fanaticism, but I came back 2 minutes later and I bound him again, but this time with the Might Aura. And when we bind Hephasto, he drops his hammer on the ground. So I took his hammer and destroyed Mephisto's soulstone. The highest rune we can get on Hell is a gold rune, but I got only a foul. Then we cleared the entire Chaos Sanctuary. I popped the seals and faced Diablo. And as expected, he was not much of a challenge. During the entire fight, he didn't do any damage to my demons. And just like that, in less than 30 seconds, Diablo died for the last time. And he dropped a set death mask. This is Talresha mask. Pretty cool drop, but I don't need it for this run. Then I went to save Anya, and my demons just destroyed the brutes. I don't even need to heal them anymore. They just destroy everything that's in front of them without taking any damage. This build feels like an overpowered version of the Summon Necromancer. To put it simply, it's just way too strong. Then I saved Anya and took the resist scroll from Mala. Look at these resist. They're absolutely terrible, but my demons are tanking everything, so everything's fine. Now, the enchants. I thought this would be a little bit challenging since it's generally the hardest fight of the game, but no, I didn't even need to separate them. My demons were just tanking them without any issue, and not only that, but they were not even taking damage. I feel like there's something not working properly here. My demons should take damage from the enchants, but they don't. So after about a minute, Korlik went down. Then Talik died a few seconds later, and Madoc didn't even last 10 seconds. And just like that, the enchants are dead. Now, the minion waves. Again, the first 4 waves were very simple and nothing really happened. The 5th wave was much harder for my demons than the Ancients fight. I had to summon my demons about a dozen times, but ultimately, we killed them all. Until now, this was the most challenging fight of the Hell difficulty, but it was still pretty easy. And then, Baal. He didn't summon his clone at all and he teleported only once. He didn't even do the slightest damage to my demons. It's like he saw my demons running towards him and he just gave up. And just like that, within 2 minutes, Baal is dead. Game over. That was a very fun run to make, but honestly, I really didn't expect my demons to be that strong. They were doing okay in normal, they were starting to be very strong in Nightmare, but in Hell difficulty, even with terrible gear like you can see right now, they were way too strong. That's the kind of build you can play if you just want to play while watching a movie or something. You don't need to interact and pay much attention. You can just run around and let your demons do all the work. I had a lot of fun while making this video and I hope it was also fun to watch. I have a lot more fun videos coming and I'm currently working on a challenge run that is way more challenging than this. So be sure to subscribe to not miss any uploads. Massive thanks to all the channel members for supporting the channel. Thank you so much for all the support and thanks to all of you for watching this video until the end, and as always, happy grinding.